Did you know that there's actual scientific proof that suggests motorcycle riding keeps us young? There's no real secret to staying young. Use it or lose it, as they say. That's why I believe motorcycle riding is a highly effective way to slow the aging process. But does riding a motorcycle actually keep us young? Science says, yeah, maybe. Let's talk about it. There's plenty of research that shows activities that require balance, coordination, and quick decision-making keep the brain agile. A study published in the journal Brain Research back in 2021, linked in the description, shows that riding increased epinephrine levels, increased heart rate, and caused a few other physical changes to the human body. These changes led to greater focus, a heightening of the brain's passive monitoring of changes in our sensory environment, and a few other things I don't quite understand, but which sound scientific. The summary is, motorcycle riding increases a rider's focus and alertness, much like the effects of drinking a cup of coffee. Or, if you ride the way I do, 3 cups of coffee. The sheer act of riding a motorcycle engages many regions of our brain, and it's sort of like exercise for our gray matter, much like learning a new language. Just about every day around lunchtime during the work week, I flee my office and go for a quick ride. Before I leave the house, I'm usually a stressed out ball of anxiety. My brain is usually mush and I can't form independent thoughts. After just 15 minutes on the bike, a whole new man, like I had 3 cups of coffee. To be honest, if the weather's shit, I'll just have 3 cups of coffee and call it. Anyway, it shouldn't come as a surprise that older folks who continually challenge their minds are better for it. Riding a motorcycle is a constant workout for the brain. We're processing thousands of inputs per second from all of our senses. Our brains are dealing with vision, sound, body awareness and balance, tactile feedback, cognitive processing, and decision-making. Thousands of times per second. This all happens at light speed and requires us to make constant adjustments. That's why it's so damn fun and good for us. The ways in which riding keeps us young doesn't stop at the brain. It affects the entire body. Don't believe me? I used to be 300 pounds and all I did to get into better shape was buy a motorcycle. Also, I quit drinking and went on a diet. And Ozempic. Well, not really that, but I hear good things. When we ride, we engage a ton of muscles to keep us upright and headed in the right direction. It may not seem like it, but we're building core muscle strength, leg and arm muscle, and improving our grip. All of this helps keep us fit. I'm not saying it's the same as going to the gym, but have you ever been to the gym? There is 0 motorcycles in a gym, so to me that sounds boring as hell. You might not believe it, but listen to this. When we ride, we burn anywhere from 100 to over 600 calories per hour, depending on the kind of riding we're doing. For example, running from the cops is good for about 400 calories per hour. I'm kidding, kinda. If you toss together a bunch of studies on various fitness and sport activities, you'll find that casual street riding can burn 150 to 250 calories per hour. In the twisties, where our bodies and brains are working harder, we're looking at 250 to 400 calories per hour. Get off the road and into some adventure riding, and that could be good for 400 to 600 plus calories per hour. Plus, you get to see trees, and bunnies, and fewer cars. It's a win-win. If you're physically able to ride and your mind is up for it, the benefits for your body are only outweighed by the constant possibility of getting mowed down by an Instagrammer shooting a selfie at $1.20. Do you like being happy? Some of us do. And motorcycle riding has proven to contribute to our overall mental health. There's an old cliched saying that you never see a motorcycle parked in front of a therapist's office. I hope this isn't true, because someday I hope to get into therapy, and I'd prefer my shrink to ride a Harley. Back to my point though. Studies show a link between riding and stress relief. You've probably experienced entering into a so-called flow state. That's the time when you're riding and it actually feels more like meditation than anything else. Like you're 100% in it. You're in the so-called zone, and everything feels smooth and effortless. This is excellent for the mind. The same study from earlier that shows riding increases focus and alertness in the brain also shows a 25% decrease in the hormonal biomarkers of stress among the study's participants while they were riding. And while I don't know what a hormonal biomarker is, I'm told it's something that contributes to improved mental well-being. So I'm in favor of it. I'm pro-decreased hormonal biomarkers. You don't need a fancy study or any of that book learning to know that riding is an excellent way to both reduce and prevent stress. And if you still need therapy after, ride your motorcycle there. It's a win-win. We've all seen someone lose their spouse or close family member and go into immediate decline. They withdraw from social activities and hermit themselves up and wither away. It's awful to see. As riders, we're part of a huge supportive community, and one of the most important things folks can do as they age is stay social animals. We've got so many opportunities to find riding buddies through clubs, online, or just by parking outside a therapist's office. Okay, well, maybe not so much that, but you catch my drift. Starbucks. You'll always find a BMW GS rider at a Starbucks. Group rides, motorcycle communities, and so on foster important social interactions, and remaining social is linked to longer life expectancy, better mental health, and overall well-being. While there are few, if any, studies on this that are actually linked to motorcycle riding, it's not much of a stretch to say that any social interaction, whether it's joining a motorcycle club or a knitting circle, counts toward the goal of increasing social ties and increases our chances of a longer, happier life. Lastly, perhaps the best way to remain social, improve your health, and live to be 200 is to like this video and subscribe to the channel. There aren't any studies to back that up, but try it and let me know in the comments how it goes. Thanks for watching.